الإسلام ديني ديني خير الديانات، الإسلام ديني ديني يبعث الحياة. يا ابن الإسلام هيا سر أنت المقدام، هيا الإسلام يا
بما كنتم تعملون. يا بني إنها إن تك مثقال حبة من خردل فتكن في صخرة أو في السماوات أو في الأرض يأت بها الله، إن الله لطيف خبير. يا بني أقم الصلاة وأمر بالمعروف وانه عن المنكر واصبر على ما أصابك، إن ذلك من عزم الأمور.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر. بارك الله فيك. جزاك الله خير. Allah increase on your reading. Our next agenda, inshallah, we are going to lecture by our minor Muhammad Zakariya, and our topic is acting upon knowledge and calling others toward it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله، وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Now, before I start anything, I would like you to wet the ground for those people that come first. That is, by that giveaway. Take one, mention it wherever is able to load it. Let's see before others come in. Please do that.
Okay? Our agenda today, we are having giveaway. Let's start with Airtel. For people that have Airtel, I'm going to call number faster finger. 1179195051774661.
First one.
1179195051774661.
Who is that person? Who is able to load it? It's a female. Mashallah, but she's just coming. Now, Wabad.
MTN one.
Let's wait. Now, today's topic is acting upon knowledge and also calling people towards it. You know, if I may ask questions here that about Islamical perspective, you realize that there are majority of you, in fact, far more better than I, although it's not because of I'm just called to give some little sermon which I have received maybe from my Umara, the leaders. So if I ask now that about Islamical aspect of each and every one, you realize that everybody is far better, especially when you are talking of Quranically. You heard as I am Hafiz, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. But no any reflection, talk more of what? Acting upon it. Forgetting the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. In one hadith reported by Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu, he said, there are three parts of people that Almighty Allah is going to throw them into hellfire. They are the first people Almighty Allah is going to look into and push them into hellfire. And among it are those people who have gathered Quran but not acting upon it. And this hadith, it was narrated by Tirmidhi and Albani authenticated. This is one. Then second, in another hadith by Usama bin Zayd, he said, the Prophet Muhammad said, in the day of resurrections, they are part of people that Almighty Allah is going to throw them in hellfire to the extent that the intestine will be hung, and they will draw them into that hellfire. Then after all this, all those things you call intestine, that in fact, if I give you food, you'll be able to consume much, right? All those things in your tummy, they are going to what? Evacuate from it. It will destroy. Then after that, they will be going around like a donkey. They will go around like a donkey goes around milestone. And they ask, who are these people? And they say that they are people who have knowledge but not acting upon it. And this is their reward for today. And this hadith, it was narrated by Bukhari, volume 4, page 315, hadith 489. Then, looking at these situations, are we ready to serve this punishment in the day of Qiyamah? We are not. The Prophet Muhammad said, in his day of what? Ascension, that is, day of what? The day they took the Prophet Muhammad up. So that is the day they call ascension. He said, the Prophet Muhammad said, when they are passing with Malakul Jibreel, they saw a group of people that they are in a situation of doing no scissors or anything sharp object gotten from hellfire. They was using it to scrap their lip without having any words, any break, and it is consecutive, no any sympathy. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ask the Malakul Jibreel, who are these people? Then the Malakul Jibreel replied that these are your what? Your ummah, your people in the world. Those people who preach, but not working, but rather working against what they preach. You did not see what they preach in them. They are those people. So, definitely, we are going to be account on what we learn and what we see. And this hadith was reported by Imam Ahmad. Imam Ahmad, volume 3, in page 120, and you can also see it in 231 and also 239. And also, this hadith was also authenticated by Imam Tabarani in one of his books called Dhākir. So, how are we ready for this day? Another hadith narrated by Umar radiallahu anhu says that the Prophet Muhammad says, a day will come, Islam will be a dominant, like a trader frequent in the sea. Then you will see some group of people that are what? Good in recitations. When they recite, mashallah, very gorgeous voice. In fact, you may forgotten that you are sitting. Secondly, they will also be saying that who have among themselves, they will say, who can recite Quran most, who knows Quran most. Then second, who have the understanding of religion most. Then the Prophet Muhammad asked the companion, these people's act, are they in a good conditions? This companion asked or replied that it's only Allah who and the Prophet that has the knowledge. The Prophet said, these people are going to be the fuel of hellfire. They are going to be the fuel of where? Hellfire. Then are we ready for this? And Imam Tabarani was the one that narrated this hadith also. in one of his books called Assorti and Al-Bazar. And it was authenticated in Targhib wa Tarhib, number 131. Then, how are we prepared? My dear Muslim brothers and sisters, do we think that going to Islamia alone or attending competitions thinking you have done much, but when somebody see you around, in fact, I don't know if you understand, some of our Muslim brothers, they will put their trouser even below the, who are you displaying that your buttons to? Are you trying to show the expenses of your boxer? Possibly you have not, in fact, you wear it, it's not washed. Then what are you? And the worst about it is that women are impressed about that. Are you impressing on those that draw their trouser as if bragging? May all men tell us serious and have mercy on us. Then with some, when they meet you, they will say, Afana. Telling your Muslim brother, instead of him to meet you, Assalamu alaikum, Afana, what's up? Not only what's up, Facebook. So this act is abnormal. Then at the end of the day, when you people are talking, you say, even me, I go Islamia. Even, in fact, I have memorized almost this. Who that one help? When the sign is not even in you, you are, in fact, you look like a tattered and a tout. May all may tell us and protect us from this evil. And remember, we said also callings to it, not to waste time. In the hadith reported by Hudhayfa, he said, the Prophet Muhammad said, I swear by Allah that my life is sweet. لَتَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ أَوْ لَا يُوشَكَنَّ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَبْعَثَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ عِقَابًا بِهِ ثُمَّ تَدْعُوهُمْ فَلَا يَسْتَجِبُ لَكُمْ. He said, I swear by Allah, which my soul meets, you should convey people, call people, other people to do good, and also forbid them from bad deeds. Or Almighty Allah will what? We arise His punishment over you people. We befall His punishment over you people. But after that, you'll be calling Allah. Almighty Allah will not accept a prayer. Look at you, are you praying these days? Oh Allah, do this for me. Oh Allah, I'm looking for a righteous husband when you are not even a righteous wife. Then the brothers, oh Allah, grant me a righteous wife. When you look tattered and tapped, then you are looking for a righteous. So our prayer are all hanging out of our bad attitude and not also calling people towards it, because we act like all those disbelievers. Then where are we heading to? Then lastly, in another hadith reported by Abdullah ibn Amr, he said, Ballighu anni walau ayah. Convey my message, even if it is one verse. Then wahaddathu an Bani Israel, and also narrate about the Bani Israel, the Israelites, other religions. You can be what? Comparative in the sense, be Quranically what? Engineered and sunnatically motivated, and also be what? Biblically, so that you can also talk about other people's religions. What are they? So it is allowed. Wala haraj. There is no sin on it by what saints about the Bani Israel. And he said, وَمَنْ كَذَّبَ عَلَيَّ فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ مَقْعُودًا مِنَ النَّارِ. Whoever have lies against me, he should find his own house, his own residence in hellfire. May all tell us he was from that. May all tell us he was from that. And lastly, as a student, remember the hadith of the Prophet that says, Man satara al-muslimina satara Allahu fi dunya wal akhirah. Whoever have what? conceal his Muslim brother's affair, Almighty Allah is going to conceal this person's affair in this world and hereafter. And in another hadith, he said, whoever comes in aid of his Muslim brother, Almighty Allah also comes to his aid in this world and hereafter. Who is seeking Allah's aid to come? Everybody will say me, right? But how have you acted towards your Muslim brothers and sisters? Have you been bastardizing the hadith that said, Al-Muslim akhul Muslim? A Muslim is another Muslim is a brother to another Muslim. And another hadith said, Al-Mu'min lil-Mu'min kal-Bunyan yashaddu ba'du ba'da. He said a believer to another believer is just like a mere wall that what? Yashaddu ba'du ba'da, that support each other. How have we been supporting? How have we been supporting? Due to the time, I'm going to stop here, inshallah. May Almighty Allah have mercy on us and forgive us all our shortcomings and count us among the righteous and the pious Muslims. So, anyway, I've made a mistake. It's my weakness and the effort of shaitan. May Almighty Allah forgive me. And whatever I've said is right, not with my power, but with the permissions of Almighty Allah. May Almighty Allah accept it as act of ibadat. So we are going to stop here, inshallah. فَسُبْحَانَكَ اللَّهُمَّ وَبِحَمْدِكَ أَشْهَدُ أَن لَّا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنتَ أَسْتَغْفِرُكَ وَأَتُوبُ إِلَيْكَ.
Welcome, my friend. We really appreciate your lecture. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase your knowledge.
Amen.
Our next agenda is question and answer, but due to time, we are going to skip it. Then our next week, inshallah, we are starting with the question and answer. Anybody that has asked question, he will be giving his answer by next week, inshallah. Then our next agenda is the chapter to first agenda, MTN. Seven, 84822713286178446. Yes, another one. MTN. 6458187732667839 Last for the MTN.